You're listening to The Bright Idea.
What up, everybody? I'm Robert Dickens Jr., and this is The Bright Idea. It's a podcast of concepts and consciousness for anybody that's trying to live that creative life. Let's jump into Season 1, Episode 1, entitled Idea.
I've got an idea!
Great Scott.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
Great Scott.
Oh, this is heavy.
The world keeps turning. What a day, what a day. These lyrics from Erykah Badu's 1997 hit, On and On, describe the current state of innovation. Daily, we're presented with newness, from social media trends and app developments to spatial computing like Apple Vision Pro, which all the videos that I've seen of people using it in public are absolutely hilarious. The landscape of our lives is constantly evolving. And honestly, it's a really great time to be a creative. Like, there's never been less of a barrier between having an idea and expressing it. Because concepts that once cost thousands of dollars to develop are now accessible with tools available for a monthly subscription. But even with all these creative advancements at our disposal, one thing still tends to trip us up, and that's how we view our ideas. But before we even delve into all that, let's back up and talk about what exactly is an idea, right? Like, it's a word that's so synonymous with creativity that the meaning and power of it is kind of vague, right? But a simple definition of an idea is a thought with a purpose, or a thought aimed towards a result. Now, these are the unspoken notions that kind of set the direction for our lives. Henry Ford is credited with saying, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." And this quote is simple yet profound because it really illuminates just how important thoughts are to a creative life. Whether it's self-doubt, self-consciousness, or self-confidence, the quality of our life is determined by the quality of our ideas. So what do we think about ourselves, our abilities, and our place in the world? The honest answers to these open-ended questions obviously take some time to process, but this is why practices like journaling and conversations in safe spaces can be really helpful, because they allow us to get those taboo thoughts out into the open that may be hindering our growth. Now, I don't necessarily take for granted that everyone listening sees themselves as creative. Maybe you don't really think of yourself that way because you're not a designer or a musician or what's considered traditionally artistic. But you absolutely are creative, because creativity is simply the process of turning thoughts into things. And every day we all turn our thoughts into things through our consistent actions. Our thoughts are what motivate our actions and create our reality. And though we all have this power, most of us don't realize it or live our lives in respect to it, right? Because if we did, we would probably make different choices in our lives, right? Because the present life that we have is the creation of the ideas we've acted on in the past. So our future likewise depends on the ideas we decide to act on right now. And with that in mind, there's really no better time than now to pursue ideas that produce positive value for our lives. Like, no longer can we afford to waste our creativity on ideas like worry, fear, and anxiety, because the best of our lives is honestly on the other side of the choice to act on our brightest ideas. Now let's take a moment to pause for clear consciousness and creative space. 1. What are most of my ideas aimed towards? 2. How have those ideas served me in the past? 3. Am I honoring my best ideas with action? Yo, that's a wrap for Season 1, Episode 1. If you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Let's start a conversation online about your creative life at Robert Dickens Jr. on YouTube, Instagram, or Threads.